Thank you. My name is Victor King, and I'm currently the recovery coach manager for the state opioid grant. I'm lucky and blessed enough to work with 26 peers all across the state. I'm a very proud graduate and product of the JBBS program. The most powerful intervention in my life was a pair of handcuffs that began my recovery journey. I consider JBBS to be a cornerstone in my recovery, a powerful foundation that allowed me to accept responsibility, love myself, and begin healing. Some believe recovery only happens when we lose it all and forced to deal with life. We used to refer to these moments as rock bottom. Let's throw away that language. Let's call it an aha moment, because not everyone comes back from rock bottom. JBBS is a privilege for those in jail. I had to ask multiple times. I had to send kites. I had to show good behavior before I was given the opportunity. If you have ever seen a grown man in pajamas try to flag you down through a 5-inch glass window to get to a different part of the jail, then you may know what I'm talking about. The JBBS is a process that is completely separate from the legal system. It is such an unexpected relief from the constant tension in jail to talk to someone about my life, not just my legal case. The impact on me was so profound that during my 210 days in custody, when it came time for my PSI, my pre-sentence investigation, the thing that the judge holds on dearly when they're deciding the course of someone's life, it became very apparent that I should be sentenced to drug court and not community corrections or prison. During my time in the program, I first found out about peer support, and I applied for this job with the encouragement of my team from jail. I didn't apply for this job, but I applied from the peer support job for the first time in my life from jail as a member of the JBBS program. I would not be here today if it wasn't for that seed of hope that was planted 6 years ago. I still have my journal from the program, and I still use it. I haven't filled it up yet. I can also reflect that my time in the program prepared me for mandated treatment, especially since drug court and behavioral court often require people to engage in therapy. It was a process I was already comfortable with because it was introduced to me in the jail setting. One of the biggest takeaways for me is I thought I used drugs because I was an addict. I found out that I used drugs to escape reality and to deal with years of trauma with the only coping mechanism that I knew at the time. I learned to forgive myself for my past, and I found out that I should love myself and I'm deserving to be loved. One part of the program is the resources. And those resources are able to restore pride and dignity with just a few items to support a person who has nothing, no family, no money, just some hope. I'm a big guy, right? And I was given clothes. I was given clothes for my work. I was given clothes so I can go to a job interview. I was given a backpack so I can go around town. I was given shoes and hygiene items. I was able to move to the next step very well prepared. And for me, that was work release. Another resource that I received during this time was a bicycle. It was a brand new bicycle. And I guess my motivation was pretty big, right? I was released in October, and I rode that bike to work. I rode that bike to my court visits. I rode that bike to see my son. I rode it back to the jail for my UAs. That bike literally broke in half in front of the courthouse because I rode it so much. And it just shows you how much of a necessity it was for my life. I'm also very aware of the jail environment and the shock and awe of people who come back to that place over and over again, whether it's clients and the staff as well. I just want you to know that it takes one person to make a difference and that your job matters. I have touched so many lives, but it's only because someone believed in me back in 2014. My young therapist from a non-traditional college, my domestic violence teacher who was over 80 years old, my yoga and meditation instructor, my employment teacher who ran a local business, the re-entry group, because we don't stay in jail forever, right? The program lead who reminded me that I was a person first, the jail staff who treated me as a human being. It doesn't matter if you finish recovery, it just matters that you start it. And it only takes one person to change people's lives. Thank you.